Hey, you. Yeah, you. Watching the screen right now. Come on a little trip with me, Jeremy Gold, alias G.
Make yourselves at home. Famous host. Hang on to your hats.
I trusted you!
Welcome to Famous House, the exciting new reality show with your host, Jeremy Gold, and me, your boy, Big Thinker. This is how day 14 went. Bodacious. At 9:35 a.m., Bert mentions a couple times how he finds the term freeloader offensive and wants to change the term used for freeloaders to guests. He talks about this with Job, and he responds, I mean, yeah, we can change it if we need to. I'm kind of just hanging out. At 10:49 a.m., Alex announces to Binks, Mizzy, and Alexis that he is a 4-time felon. Cool. At 10:57 a.m., Alex and Mizzy agree that TCL is not a real sponsor. However, they still think Dude Wipes is legit. At 11:04 a.m., as instructed by Alexis, Connor cleans up the rice from yesterday's rice counting challenge. The decision to make him do this was made late last night in B3 as a sort of punishment or hazing for Connor. At 11:05 a.m., Bert asks Symbol about Jeremy's real name, which he says is Jason Goldstriker. Bert then says, so he's Jewish. Interesting. Symbol asks why he thinks that, and Bert says, because Jewish people's names start with gold. At 11:34 a.m., Mizzy says it was kinda hot when Jeremy broke the TV. Thank you, TCL.
I spilled. Oh. Fuck. That's gonna be hard to count on the carpet. What the fuck? Whoa.
LaRon asks Symbol to vote for him tonight. He says, I'm ready to go home. Symbol asks him to sleep on it. LaRon resists. I hope y'all respect me enough to do what I asked, he says. He does not want to leave on his own accord because he believes he won't get fish bucks. At 11:40 a.m., LaRon talks about how he hasn't been sleeping well. His eyes hurt, his body hurts, he's depressed. He explains that he's been mind-fucked by the show's reveal, and he still feels like he might be in danger. He then talks about how he's been struggling with the decision to walk away from the opportunity the show has provided. He doesn't know what is real. He desperately wants someone from his family or friend group to contact him through TTS to ease his worries. He says, this ain't black people shit. He further pleads for people to go on his TikTok and contact his fiancée so that he can TTS him something only he would know so that he feels safe. I believe that his comments about not sleeping well, his eyes hurting, his body hurting, and him being depressed all but explicitly confirms my suspicions that the conditions in the house are not advantageous to running a reality show. Specifically his comments about him not sleeping well and his eyes hurting. The house is full of LED lights. LED lights are in a very narrow range of the light spectrum, specifically the blue light spectrum. Exposure to the full natural light spectrum and tapering off blue light as one gets closer to sleeping time is crucial for maintaining health. There are so many numerous health effects from improper light exposure that it's almost too much to mention. Light controls the circadian rhythm. Without proper light cycling, the circadian rhythm becomes disrupted, which heavily negatively affects sleep, digestion, and mood. Studies show that exposure to the full light spectrum is also crucial for the control of post-meal blood glucose spikes, which would also contribute to negative mood, negative well-being, and low energy. The effects of light exposure on the cells is not yet well researched due to lack of financial incentives for major corporations. But some of the research that's available clearly shows biological processes in the body that almost may as well be compared to photosynthesis. In addition, LaRon is black, the kind of vitamin D a white person can produce in around 5 minutes of sunlight exposure may take a black person around 30 minutes. Black people are even more at risk of the negative effects of improper light due to the higher melanin in their skin. They come from a very bright part of the world and are even less equipped to be inside for 42 days under LED lights. I think that if all the LED lights were replaced with incandescent bulbs, there was an outdoor area where the contestants could get sunlight and fresh air, and if the contestants were given supplemental vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin B, then they would be able to withstand a lot more abuse, would have more energy, and would be less likely to lose all their energy and morale or leave the show. Back to the show. At 11:55 a.m., Bert plays Snuggle, Marry, Kill using Alex B, Ted, and Connor. He would kill Ted, he would snuggle Connor, he would marry Alex B. At 12:16 p.m., Alex reveals that he doesn't believe in evolution. Good one, Alex. Glad to hear it. I would go into detail as to why this is not as insane as it sounds, but I've already given one lesson for today's episode. At 12:20 p.m., TTS asks Binks to explain jelking to the other fish. She says she doesn't know what that means, so then Job explains it to the others. Binks asks Job if he jelks, and he says yes. The others say that Job's dick energy is very big. At 12:39 p.m., Detective Bert is on his case. At 1:03 p.m., Alexis gathers the fish and announces that she is going to walk downstairs and eliminate herself out of fear that the show will affect her nursing career. At 1:10 p.m., Alexis and the rest of the fish exchange embraces and share their final goodbyes over the sounds of gunfire and mariachi band players. This abrupt announcement prompts two cameramen to start filming. Alexis wonders who she'll give her immunity to. An announcement is made on the website. That's not how that works, lol. After a 5-minute long hug with Alex B, Alexis starts packing her things and preparing to leave the tank.
Bye! Bye-bye!
At 2:27 p.m., a scene is announced, catching you up to speed. The scene begins with Bert staring, perplexed, at his shrine of masculine marketed products. Job walks in, and Bert rambles about all the things he finds strange about the show, including Ted's whistle, masculine sponsors, vital sign scanning. Jet/Andrew says that Job should respond to Bert by bringing up a conspiracy of his own, and gives the example of his own disbelief in 9/11. Job chooses to bring up the mud flood hypothesis and Tartaria. Cool. At 2:45 p.m., Jet assures Bert the sponsors are fake and were only picked because they're funny, as well as debunking Bert's suspicions about the purpose of the plushies by asking the audience to send him one. Jet tells him most of what is said through TTS is bullshit. After Jet leaves, TTS continues to try and egg him on, but he's developing somewhat of a resistance to trolling. Yay! At 3:50 p.m., Ben shows Symbol the Fishtank.Live website on his phone. At 4:01 p.m., Bert goons with his new dinosaur plushie. TTS repeatedly encourages him to cut a hole into it. Bert says he will consider. A censor is added to the feed to cover Bert's shame. At 4:23 p.m., Jeremy comes upstairs and tells all the contestants to use the restroom now if they have to. The cell is starting soon. If a freeloader wins the cell challenge, they will gift immunity to a fish of their choice. At 4:36 p.m., the fish are gathered in their cell. Lexi sends a TTS message. It's Lexi. Eric has been watching since day one. Love you, boo. Eric is LaRon's fiance. At 4:39 p.m., Jason Goldstriker explains the challenge. For those who aren't aware of the cell, the rules are simple. Don't leave the room for any reason. Last man standing. They are competing for 50 fish bucks. If a freeloader wins, their immunity goes to a fish of their choice. Jason mentions how in the last 2 seasons that they ran the cell, the last 3 remaining people got, quote, all the fame, unquote. Symbol gets singled out, how he should at least be one of the last 3. Otherwise, they may not be able to protect him anymore. The last 3 will be molded into G's proteges. The cell is on. At 4:44 p.m., a new freeloader has entered, Wyatt. At 4:51 p.m., Wyatt introduces himself to the fish. At 5:05 p.m., computer calls Bert out for birding off in penthouse. Bert admits to it, but clarifies in his defense that he did not finish.
Foreign display as BZK.
I told you, Ron. Don't let him bird off. You left the penthouse earlier and he started birding off in bed again. J circumflex. J circumflex. J circumflex.
What?
J circumflex.
I think Bird, I was just stroking and then well,
You actually did?
I didn't
It's going to get real sticky in the
just
cell if Bert
played.
doesn't just do wipes.
After I left out the room, you started. What?
Yo, you're gonna be going. You're gonna be going.
Thank you, little Obama, Bin Laden.
He loves us.
Obama, what you love from me, man? Come on.
At 5:42 p.m., an announcement on the website reads, something's coming. It's just sharks. At 5:48 p.m., the sharks are just generally making a mess, pouring out salt containers, moving furniture, personal belongings. Oh my God, Chet is an evil criminal mastermind. At 5:49 p.m., the sharks go about flipping tables and making a huge mess. At this point, Chet is practically a Batman villain. At 5:54 p.m., an announcement on the website reads, TTS the robot, a task to control the shark. I mean robots. The audience can now control the sharks with TTS by saying, robot, do this. Cool. At 6:02 p.m., an announcement on the website reads, robots are recharging. At 6:45 p.m., the ball fish toy has been added. 200 tokens to add a ball to the cell.
All right, y'all, it's time for some mini challenges.
At 8:05 p.m., the most convincing wolf challenge occurs. The prize, 2 fish bucks. The winner is Alex B. At 8:16 p.m., the loudest yell challenge. 1 fish buck is the reward. Binks is the winner. At 8:28 p.m., an announcement on the website reads, at 100 honks, we're unlocking the Super Pizza fish toy. At 9:14 p.m., the beds are being removed. At 9:18 p.m., LaRon is the first to leave the cell. At 9:20 p.m., it appears LaRon is also going to be leaving the tank. Bye, LaRon. And bye, Alexis.
Bye! Bye-bye!
At 9:23 p.m., Bert and Connor both earn a bathroom break from working out with Goldstriker. Bert uses his. At 9:23 p.m., an announcement on the website says LaRon is packing up his plushies. He can take them, but not the fish bucks. LaRon has been eliminated. Black Morrow has left the tank. At 11 p.m., public confessional for all 10 people in the room. Highlights. Symbol was constantly interrupted by honks and ball deliveries. Peyton was very honest about her feelings and her displeasure with the situation. At 11:40 p.m., Binks makes history by dumping out her Diva cup into a garbage bag in the closet. Everyone makes funny comments, most notably Connor by saying, ugh, I can smell it. Production passes her plushies through a crack in the closet door while she changes it. Shortly after, the camera goes down so production can recycle the balls as a joke. Once the camera is back up, Binks is out of the closet and is followed by Wyatt and Alex, who piss in the closet. 5 minutes or so later, production returns the recycled balls. At 12:43 a.m., new text-to-speech voices are announced. The audience can vote on Mr. Chief or Arthur Morgan. Jet and Ben fight over votes in a poll via production messages. Ben wants Arthur and Jet wants Chief. Arthur Morgan has won as the new text-to-speech voice. At 2:13 a.m., Alex is considering leaving the cell due to the smell. Bert doesn't give a shit and continues to look for balls to sort. At 2:15 a.m., Bert thinks Wyatt is incredibly cute. Oh, Bert. At 2:19 a.m., Bert dances/flexes to Vertical Bar, and Mizzy makes sure no one sleeps. At 2:37 a.m., production drops off a trash can, toilet paper, a bucket, and dude wipes. At 2:42 a.m., Symbol makes earplugs out of toilet paper. At 2:46 a.m., Luca delivers a plushie for Wyatt and almost dies, slipping on the balls that Bert organized earlier. A shark comes into the cell and throws uncooked rice all over the fish, and then points a flashlight at their eyes. At 2:55 a.m., the same shark comes in with a vacuum cleaner to wreak havoc. At 3:08 a.m., the birthday song has been repeating for almost 10 minutes by now. A white shark came in with 3 party poppers and sets them off. Alex is losing his mind. At 3:13 a.m., Alex is going full Joker mode. He keeps saying encore to the happy birthday song, and Joker laughing. At 3:23 a.m., Job tries to steal one of Alex's waters. Alex stops him quickly. At 3:49 a.m., Henry J.C. music begins playing. Alex says, "I hope whoever wrote this song dies." At 4 a.m., Mizzy tries to get Bert to leave the cell so he can take his meds. Ben walks in to ask Bert where his meds are so he can grab them. "Love you, Ben." At 4:07 a.m., Vance brings in 3 empty pizza boxes.
They're empty.
Are you serious?
I smell pizza.
Son of a bitch.
Well, there was pizza in it.
At 4:11 a.m., to apologize for the pizza fake-out, Luca brings in 4 Genesee cream ales. The freeloaders all enjoy a Genesee. At 4:18 a.m., tires have arrived. At 4:21 a.m., Luca comes in with the Whisper Tax bottle and tells them it's their last warning. At 4:29 a.m., Luca walks in with the camera and a super strong flashlight and asks Bert about his schizo paper piles. The flashlight is way too strong and blasts Bert in the face, but Bert is unfazed. The freeloaders are laughing their asses off at Bert's theory and enjoying their brews. And there you have it. That's how day 14 went on Famous House. Consider supporting me by liking, commenting, subscribing, joining my Patreon, and sending me good vibes. Check out Fishtank.Live to tune in live. And subscribe to their official FishtankX.com page and YouTube channel. Stay skibbity!